Slouching. Well, yeah, it's like almost 1 in the morning.
I'm gonna lay back here and just take it.
Just take a nice little shut-eye.
You'll be fine.
I'll handle this one. It's like, you didn't even see the movie, you're just my ride home. Yeah, like, just let me talk about this for a while.
Oddly enough, he called for an Uber, and I showed up.
And it's you.
It's like, you knew I was free.
I had to get an Uber last night, when Sarah went back over to Dave's parents' place. It's like, it's in the opposite direction. I'll get so lost. Which is true. If Sarah had to just go a block out of the way, she would end up getting lost.
Oh, yeah. When she's pulling away from the apartment, if she takes a right instead of a left, she's already gone.
She'll end up in, like, Riverton.
Honestly, if she takes a right instead of a left, she'll be going the wrong way down a one-way street.
Yeah.
No matter which way she goes.
We're all very happy when she makes it to the movie. That means she made it here safe.
At first I was thrown, though. It's like, well, I know she came to watch Passengers, but he said he needed an Uber. And she's like, well, gotta go. Bye. Can I get a ride? Nope.
No, I was...
You're like, ooh, it's so cold out here.
No, we went to the 7 p.m. show for Passengers, so the place was still open. I could wait inside for a little bit. So, I kind of went into this blind, sort of. Not that I didn't... I saw trailers for it. Basically what I mean by that is, this is a game series that I don't know much about. I mean, I know what it is, but it's a video game series I never got around to playing. I've never seen a game.
It's one, like,
I've never played the game, rather. I've never seen the game.
Gotta show us that one.
I think I accidentally said I've never seen the game or something like that. No, I mean, sorry. I've seen the movie. I've never played the game.
People have played it in the other room and you could overhear it, but I didn't know what they were doing.
Just trying to sleep.
No, it's one I've tried playing multiple times. I own the first one.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, it's one that, like, I always get, like, a couple hours in and I'm like, all right, I don't care. Because the first game is very monotonous. It was the sort of thing, like, I didn't even get around to buying the first one until after, like, the second one had come out. Because everyone was like, oh, man, the second one, way better. Like, fixed all the problems people had with the first one. Like, it's definitely, like, what they were trying to do with the first one. And I was like, well, I should just start playing that one. I'm like, no, it's a whole fucking thing. All right, I'll buy the first one. I'll play through it. And every time I go to play it, I was like, I just don't care.
I got other shit to do.
But from what I know of
Dead Space instead.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like, I'll play that shit all fucking day. Shit, I want to play that now.
Oh, now that I'm thinking about it.
But it's one, like, I'm familiar with the flow of this series. I'm familiar with, like, the general aspects of it and everything. Like, yeah, like, big, shady, multinational corporation that's kind of a front for the bad guys trying to, like, you know, peer into your history. And a lot of that part kind of came through in the movie. I mean, definitely in the game, as far as I know, it kind of has more of a build-up to you finding out, like, oh, these are, like, the bad guys. As opposed to, like, within the first couple minutes, it's like, hello, I'm Jeremy Iron. We're the bad guys.
Just because it's Simon.
Well, yeah, he fucking shows up. I'm like, it's like, oh, you just got here from being a villain somewhere else.
In another video game movie.
And so like, shit, I kept expecting, like, him and fucking Batman v Superman to suddenly, like, it's like, surprise, and just, like, stab him in the side or some shit. Like, I don't know, I was just waiting for it.
Surprise, I'm the candelabra. I know this isn't getting great reviews, but I don't know if it's one of those things where critics don't like it, but fans of the video game do. Which seemed to me was kind of the case with Warcraft when that came out.
Well, I mean, generally with a lot of video game movies, that seems to be the popular consensus, because if it's a mediocre movie, like, movie critics are gonna call it on its faults, but I mean, with any sort of licensed property like that, you're always gonna have like the people that are like, well, it paid enough fan service that I'm okay with it. Like, yeah, it changed a lot of fundamental things, but it stayed true to the core concept. You know, it's like, there's always going to be like, it's like, oh, I didn't really like that, but like, that scene that they did there at the end, like, straight out of the gate, dude, that was cool. Like, there's always going to be somebody that finds enough. I mean, that's one of those things, like when you see like fucking like Amazon reviews and shit like that of movies, where it's like, it's like, didn't really like the story, and I thought the acting could have been a little bit better. Great fight scenes though, 5 stars.
That one fresh in a sea of rottens.
Yeah,
you know, this. I mean, it's a common thing to say, like, you know, we're waiting for that one, we're waiting for that good video game movie, and video game movies, by and large, are notorious for turning out bad, even though, to tell you the truth, there's been a couple that I've liked.
Yeah, I mean, they're not all bad, but it's the kind of stigma that, like, well, until, like, the current, like, you know, MCU, like, Marvel movies started really getting into effect, where people were like, it's like, oh, it's a comic book movie.
Sure, but even then, there were still ones that were considered great.
Well, yeah.
From Superman the movie to Batman. There were, even then, even in that dark time of comic book movies, there were comic book movies that you could hold up and say that this was a great one. With video game movies, even maybe if there is one or two where fans of the game are like, no, this was a pretty good one, they're still not very well reviewed movies, whether we're talking about like Mortal Kombat or Silent Hill. I mean, those are, I'm sorry, I don't care that much for Mortal Kombat as much as a lot of other people do, but that movie does certainly have its fans. I don't mind the Silent Hill movie, honestly.
The first one.
The first one, not Revelations. No, I thought that was fine. And this one, I came out of this movie thinking, you know, maybe it's because I've sat through here like a 1, 2, 3 punch of crap between Collateral Beauty and Passengers and earlier tonight, Why Him? Look, I don't know if this is a good adaptation of the game. I don't, but for myself, I can say I honestly found this movie thoroughly entertaining.
No, it's a fun watch. Like, it constantly keeps things going, whether they really make a whole lot of fucking sense.
Lord, no, they don't. I mean, this movie is what it is to me. It was some fun, really good looking trash, honestly, but I don't know, it just, maybe I was just in the mood after seeing such bullshit the past couple of weeks. I was like, you know, sometimes you just need Michael Fassbender killing some people, and the movie looks good while doing it. This movie did that. I was never bored in this movie. And in terms of video game adaptations, whether this is a good adaptation or not, my God, does this feel like a video game adaptation.
Yeah.
This movie is cutscene, action scene, cutscene, action scene, cutscene. And the action scenes look like you're watching a video game, and the cutscenes look and feel exactly like you're watching a cutscene.
Yeah, like the big set pieces when it like cuts back to like the 1400s in Spain. Yeah, they look fantastic. Like they're very actiony, like constantly moving, kind of like that like almost like that Luc Besson style, like fight choreography where it's just constant fight. Like, it doesn't matter if the scene is 15 minutes long. There are punches and kicks being thrown for 15 straight minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it makes zero goddamn sense. Which the movie doesn't. but as if I walked into this thinking it would.
But then it definitely had like those moments where it's like when he comes out of the Animus and like is, you know, like talking to, you know,
Marion Cotillard.
yeah, she's just talking, or, you know, kind of like in like the common areas with the other like descendants of assassins that they have there. Like during those scenes, it definitely had that sort of like in between, like when you were like when you should be playing, where you have like the cut scene where it's like oh, this is the part where like I tried to think like, should I pause it or should I I don't know if I hit start, it'll just skip over it. All right, well, I'll just turn the TV up a little bit louder and go in the kitchen and get like a sandwich real quick.
Oh yeah, this movie nailed that hardcore, and you're either going to like this movie for that or really dislike it for that. And you know what? Either way, I get it. But it did work for me because Marion Cotillard in this movie is doing a hands-down perfect impression of that kind of character. From her tone of voice to her delivery, like, it does feel like, oh man, I really need to be listening to what she's saying right now so I know what to do in the next scene.
This is really important for when I go back in. Like, she's gonna like drop some like nugget of information.
Yeah.
It's like, and just remember, when you're in there, you can control what you're doing. Like, got it. Got it.
She comes in with this kind of delivery that is that kind of stock delivery you hear in your head when you see that kind of, like, female character in a video game who is giving you information that you need to know. Like, any minute now, she's gonna say, like, Turok, here in the next level, you need to free the 4 captured children and destroy the evil eye of the dinosaur. Like, that is exactly what she's sounding like in this movie. Look,
so your immediate go-to is like Turok 64?
Yes, because I haven't played Assassin's Creed, but I know what that lady sounds like in Turok 2, and it's this lady.
This is before or after you go, like, is that the one that has Tobias Bruckner in it? The Civil War general riding a raptor?
It's the one where you have that fucking weapon that looks like a miniature sun, and you throw it, and they just start dancing, and you shoot them in the head. It's the one that has all of these weapons.
I miss when games had to make sense, you know?
It's got all of these weapons, like that fucking nuclear reactor that causes like a fucking miniature, like fucking supernova. Meanwhile, you also have a tranquilizer dart. Just in case you want to put them to sleep or destroy the planet.
Are they gonna take out the East Asian Rim? Or, yeah.
The circular saw that you just throw at people.
Like it's a fucking commando.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, and yeah, this is the lady who's saying, like, you must find the apple to restore the creed, and things like that. I'm like, I know this character. I've seen this character in video games for like 20 years, and my God, she has clearly studied this kind of, because she is hands down doing the best impression of that I've ever seen in a film.
Well, and going by that same standard, like, yeah, Jeremy Irons, like, he is straight up a cartoon level villain in this, which I have no problem with. I love it when he plays a cartoonish villain.
Same here.
But
he is.
But yeah, like, this isn't like some like masterminding scheme or anything like that. Like, whenever, like, you know, they're at the very end when, like, he, like, it's like, oh, and turns out I'm betraying you, daughter. So sad. It's like, how is she the only one who didn't see that coming? Yeah. It's like, look at who your fucking father is.
It's Jeremy Irons.
Expect shit to not be right with this relationship.
Yeah. I've seen this guy play a gynecologist, and he uses the tools that turned Jack Napier into the Joker. Quite literally. I think they were the same movie props.
Well, you got him laying around.
I mean, this movie, it does... Honestly, I will say that if you enjoy, not that they're really the same genre of film necessarily, but if you enjoyed the Silent Hill movie, you'll probably like this, because their strengths are similar in dialogue, in acting, in delivery.
I mean, yeah,
They feel like you're watching a video game.
I mean, it's close enough of an approximation to where it still feels like it's a video game movie.
Yeah.
But it also still feels like it's a movie. Like, it's not like they went too far in one direction and like overly did it and changed everything, and like we need to make this a movie that works.
Yeah.
And they didn't go like well kind of like how like Dr. Bowl would do with his movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, let's make a House of the Dead game. Yeah. And then
Look, as long as we put clips of the game in there, we're fine.
yeah.
Fuck.
But then like when you stay too close to it, and then it's like it comes out feeling just camp.
Well, yeah, like Silent Hill 2. But this though, like Roger Avery's Silent Hill, they both, whether you like the movies or not, they both at least feel ambitious. They do. I mean, like, Silent Hill is a very good looking movie with a very good set of actors in it. This one, it's a beautiful looking film, and it's got really good cinematography, and you have Michael Fassbender, Jeremy Irons, Marion Cotillard, and Charlotte Rampling is in this. Brendan Gleeson is in this movie. Like, and it feels like they all just came together to make an ambitious video game movie.
Yeah, and there's a real effort with this one that I think a lot of times like they get kind of lax when they're working on projects like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of one of those like, again, kind of like back in the rut of like comic book movies through like the 90s.
Yeah.
Where the idea was it doesn't matter how close it hits the mark so long as the name is on there, because then you'll pull that crowd regardless.
Yeah.
Because like look at how bad like
Spawn.
yeah, stuff like Spawn, the first Fantastic Four wasn't really like super great or anything.
The Roger Corman one or the Tim Story one? I didn't know which one you meant. Like,
to be fair,
I actually really enjoy the Roger Corman one.
of the main releases.
Oh, okay.
Like the first one there, it wasn't like a terrific movie, but it kind of hit like a lot of the points. But the second one was terrible, and yet it still did fantastic at the box office. Like it
did it. I mean, I can't remember.
It definitely made its money back.
Yeah.
Like it's it's not like they owed anything at the end of that one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of that. It was that time where it's like, as long as it's close enough and like I say, like has the name on it, like you're gonna pull your crowd. And I think a lot of times with video game movies, like they still go by that standard, because so far they haven't really. I mean, there's definitely been flops, but it's been ones when it's like, you hire, Uwe Boll to do your movie. Guess what you're gonna get?
Yeah.
Like, it's just what's gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
And so I think that there's more of an effort to try now, kind of seeing like the way that like comic book movies, like like they're pulling in like A-list actors, and as a result, like hiring actual either accomplished directors or like fairly new directors who have a clear vision of what they want to do.
Yeah.
Along with like some really good writers, like you get enough talented people in a room and you can pull something off.
Yeah.
Like on paper, it makes no sense that like you have like fucking comic book movies going up for Oscars now, and there you have it.
Sure, and I think that may be a reason why this movie is as ambitious as it is. Reviews aside, because the movie's not getting good reviews, but it does kind of seem like it's gearing towards filmmakers are trying to be the first video game movie to get really, really good reviews.
'Cause, yeah, it's like that kid who's like failing in a class at school, and he's like, it's like, studies all fucking week, I'm gonna nail this shit, turns in his paper, gets back a C+, and's like, fuck yes, I'm running this shit. It's like, like not great results, but compared to the average that you've been hitting,
Yeah.
fucking nailed it.
Yeah, I couldn't stand sitting through Warcraft. Like, I genuinely just really didn't like that movie. It had nothing to do with whether I'd played the
nothing
game
to do
or
with
not.
your feelings towards it in general already.
Towards what, Warcraft? Oh, I've never actually played it. I've just seen Jared play it, and even then I'm usually just watching TV. But like, so in that movie, like, I saw where a lot of fans really kind of took to that movie. I didn't know what the fuck was going on in that thing. I was bored through most of that movie. But with that being said, looking at it, like, oh yeah, they put a lot of money into that movie. Like, they really did put some effort into making it look good, at least. Like, good, more so than shit like, Far Cry or insert Uwe Ball movie here. Like, even beyond him, like, shit, like, damn it, the only ones I can think of are his.
And then like the Resident Evil series,
Sure.
which is
Those were more entertaining than Warcraft.
yeah.
But Warcraft definitely looked like it at least had a bigger budget to it.
Well, and I think kind of speaking to how it seems like they're trying to put more effort into it too. The fact that like after the first, well, because there's two of them now. Now. After like the kind of reboot that they did on the Tomb Raider series, the first one that Square Enix put out here 3 years ago. Like it was a phenomenal reimagining of the game, and they've been working on getting a movie going with it. I don't know if it's filming yet or if it's getting ready to, but like in the lead on that, they picked up Alicia Vikander from Ex Machina and you know, like, so
Good choice.
yeah, so it's like there you can tell like immediately just from like because she had kind of like a like coming out of the gates with that, like I don't know how many other projects she worked on before that, or if that was really her first big thing, but like she's been like kind of doing the rounds now, like getting some pretty big roles in things, even if it's stuff like fucking Jason Bourne or something like that.
Oh, right. Yeah,
But
I knew in my head, I was like, I know there was something that I saw her in this year that like you and I came out of thinking like, well, that was some bullshit. That was it. All right, Jason Bourne, yeah.
But she's been picking up a lot more roles and a lot bigger roles. So that immediately lends like a lot of like legitimacy to that project. So, like I said, like it seems like they're really, really trying.
And not to mention the cinematography in this movie. One thing I like about this movie is from beginning to end, in terms of the music that's going on in this, and even just how it looks, there is a level of really like gloom and doom to this film that I enjoyed. Like it did that, along with the acting, really did elevate the material here, which is dumb. It absolutely 100% is, but you know what? I didn't give a shit when I was watching it. Because of that, like, if you go into this movie and you come out of it saying, like, look, that was just like a plate of ass, okay, I get it. I'm not going to sit here and argue, like, the finer smart points of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But if you come out of it like I did, where you're like, you know what, that movie, it didn't overstay its welcome. I enjoyed the performances here. I enjoyed the action. I thought it was really, really entertaining. I liked the feel of it and the mood. Then I get that too. And then I understand both points of view on this film. I'm just erring on the side of like, hey, you know what, I kind of had a good time with this.
Yeah, because I mean, in truth, like, yeah, like it's not exactly a 50-50 split, but we definitely spend more time present day with, you know, Callum Lynch.
Uh-huh.
There is straight up a video game character named
Yeah.
if I ever fucking heard. But we spend more time with him than we do, in the past, playing through everything, which is kind of way the opposite of the game. Like you spend the majority of your time in there and just kind of like, like every now and then, like basically like it'd be like if honestly it's almost kind of like in like Grand Theft Auto 5. Where like, oh, you're playing as like Michael for a little bit, and then you finish a mission, and then it cuts over to like, oh, now I'm in the fucking like mobile home park over here in the desert with fucking Trevor, and then you do like a mission or two with him, and then like, oh, now we're gonna throw you back over. It's kind of like that. Like you'll do like you'll finish out like the set task you're supposed to do, and then it's like almost like mission breaks. Like it's like you getting pulled back out of the Animus and like slowly picking up the pieces of what's going on in like present day with your guy there, and then getting thrown back into it again. So like another mission, but that's and it kind of does that same way that it does here in the movie, where it'll end at like what seems like sometimes the middle of a scene, and then when you go back into the Animus, it's like a week later, and you're somewhere else. So it's kind of jarring in the game too, like while you're still getting the feel for it. But it's the sort of thing that you spend long enough in the past and long enough with the characters and like piecing together enough of the story that you can kind of follow forward. That's why like in this one here, like it's like, oh, you see him kind of doing some stuff and getting like sworn into like like their society, and then it jumps back to present day, and then goes back again, and he's in the middle of pulling off a heist, jumps back to the future again. And when it cuts back, like he's now in prison and about to be executed. It's like, what the fuck happened? Like the last time we saw him, he was hanging off like a cliff, and now he's in prison.
Well, this movie doesn't have that problem. This movie is a lot of things. Confusing is not one of them.
So it just it kind of has that feel, but yeah, it's easier to track in the game because you're in the past more than you're in the present. So there's like that's where like the more like figuring things out, and then when it goes to the present day, like there's subtle things that you keep picking up to where like that helps flesh out what's happening in the past. But with this, it was just like he would be doing a thing, and then it'd cut to the present. It's like we need you to go back into like this memory of like like the execution at the hands of like the Inquisition, and like find where the apple is, and then he goes back and that's what he's doing. It's like, okay,
yeah, this has really spelled it all out for me. Honestly, yeah, Marion Cotillard's character did her job in this film.
But at least like the plot is so thin, like even when they have like a moment where they're just doing like an exposition dump, they're really not telling you all that much, so it goes pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like it's not some movies where like it's not like some movies where like they would take like a 10-minute detour to explain like why his father killed his mother.
I would
in this one it's just like it's like I killed her. Like, I know you did, you son of a bitch. It's like, do it again, too. And then they walk away. It's like...
Again, Fassbender, another one in this movie, who is acting just like this character would in a video game. Like...
He spends most of this movie acting through gritted teeth.
And he does a great job at it, as fucking paper thin as this character is. Like, I would rather watch this movie 20 times before I would watch Jason Bourne again once.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like, and is the
Well, even in 3D, this movie was way easier to watch.
Lord, yes. Is the game bloody at all?
It has like big moments where it is, but only when it's like for a big moment. Like, because a lot of the times, like with you killing somebody, it's more like games like Metal Gear Solid or like Splinter Cell.
Okay.
Where I mean if you can, you want to try to go for like stealth kills.
Oh, okay, it's really stealth heavy.
So yeah, a lot of times like it'll be like you like wandering in a crowd, like kind of like flipping your hood and everything, kind of like moving your hands, like you know, like, oh, there's a group of like missionaries walking by, so you just kind of like huddle in with them, so you kind of blend in, just kind of come up behind somebody, like click, like,
Okay,
poke them in the neck, they fall down, and then you just go back to like wandering through the crowd.
this movie does not do that at all. There is no stealth shit in this movie, except for maybe the ending shot where he's posing for the credits.
About the only scene that was really stealthy that kind of like went along with that idea was like they're at the very beginning, like the first time that he was back there, and they were like the main like villain in the past, like the fucking Black Knight or whoever the fuck he was.
Yeah.
Whenever like they were first getting there, like that part that like was directly before like the big like horseback chase scene, like with them kind of like like moving through the crowd, and like the villagers there, like basically each one of them kind of like positioning themselves behind the soldier, so that when it was like, it's like time to go, like everybody's like click, you know, at least one guy was dead everywhere. Like that was kind of how it goes in the game, and then usually all hell breaks loose.
Well, it's a movie that feels like it should be like way more graphic than it is, because I'm pretty sure this is a PG-13, and watching it, like, that didn't really kind of dawn on me until about the first or second action sequence, because this is a movie where people are getting their throats slit left and right, they're getting their heads bashed into walls, like, people are getting fucked up, like, people are getting burnt at the stake in this movie, and it is almost completely bloodless.
Yeah, it's usually about the only blood you see is if it was a big moment for like a big character death.
Yeah.
And then you're seeing them like laying on the ground in a puddle.
I got used to it fairly quickly, because it does a thing where it's like, it's not that it's necessarily cutting away from anything, it's more so that I don't think any of these people have blood in them. Like, and you know what? It's like, I would rather just have an R-rated movie, like, but I guess if you're gonna do one of those things, I guess I would rather have this, because with them not really cutting away from anything too obviously, I'm not getting confused by any of the action in it. It just feels like these people have no blood in them. I guess I'll take that over just chopping shit out, but it seems like if this goes on DVD, it'll probably have an R-rated cut where they just put a bunch of CGI blood in it.
I could easily see them working with that, because like they're killing people left and fucking right in this.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that this isn't an R-rated movie.
But I have to just assume, because I think honestly at the end of the day, like the blood factor is what the MPAA has more of an issue with than the actual body count, because I remember that was the big thing with the remake of RoboCop.
Yeah,
is it? Yeah, he still kills tons of stuff in that movie, but they found ways around it. Like
he uses a stun gun a lot more in that movie than in the original.
or like when he's doing like those like combat simulations, it's all like robots that he's going around and like gratuitously shooting to pieces and headshots. They're like bolts and like oil are spilling out of everywhere. It's like they're graphic, but they're robots, so whatever. Or like that one fight scene where it's like they kill the lights, or there's smoke in the room or something like that, so it switches like thermal vision, and like you can see him like he's shooting the fuck out of a lot of people in that scene, but you can't like you don't see the blood because he's just looking like a thermal image. So again, perfectly fine. Still cuts a PG-13.
If the MPAA had a problem with body count, something like Man of Steel would be a XXX. Would you recommend this? I mean, I kind of do, honestly. Like, I mean, but it's like I said, it's like, I mean, if you go see this and come back to me and say, like, look, man, I just thought it was really stupid and I didn't like it. It's like, yeah, okay, I get it. But for me, like, I'd be like, if I had paid $5 to see this as a matinee or something like that, I'd have felt like I got my money's worth on this.
Oh, yeah. And this is, I honestly think that it'll probably do okay with the holiday weekend coming up here.
Possibly, maybe.
Well, just because, like I could see this doing well enough with just, like, hey, we did the holiday thing, like, I don't know, let's go catch a movie or something like that. And if you're not looking, like, if you have, like, relatives in town or something like that, or, like, oh, I'm gonna go see a movie with my dad, it's like, you're probably not gonna go see, like, Collateral Beauty.
Oh, God.
So, like, something like this, like, just kind of like a throwaway kind of film, like you'll watch it, you'll throw popcorn at your face, and you'll go home.
It's possible that this could do fine. If it doesn't, it has a lot of competition this weekend.
It's almost choked full of movies out right now, and with something like Passengers, having, like, you know, the big names behind it.
I enjoyed myself at this way more than I enjoyed myself at Passengers. Passengers, I just left depressed. This one, I just felt like, yeah, you know what, I had fun.
and honestly, like, that's, I think, at the end of the day, a better mark on something. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, would something like Passengers probably have a better shot at being up for some sort of an award? Sure. But I'm still more comfortable watching something like this. There have been plenty of just terrible movies we've gone to see that I would rather see, as opposed to, like, it's like, oh, well, this one's going to be nominated for 12 Oscars in a month. Like,
right.
Yeah, but it's boring as shit.
Well, you know what it is? It's sort of like earlier in the year where we had sat through bullshit like fucking Brothers Grimsby and shit like that, and then we went to go see London Has Fallen, a movie that got as many bad reviews as this one has, but you and I were both like, you know what, we kind of needed that. Sometimes you just need a guy to murder a bunch of people. Sometimes
you just need to go out and watch a canon film.
Yeah.
And God bless him for still trying to make them.
Exactly. We're about the only two people who review movies that still give that shit a fair shake. We'll be like, I don't know, the movie didn't make that much sense, but wasn't that awesome when Gerard Butler put a grenade in that guy's motorcycle helmet?
Yeah, there've been plenty of movies that, like, not critically liked, not commercially liked. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'll go back and watch it again.
Right.
It's like, so yeah, I think that's a much better mark to go by. That's also why, like, whenever we do, like, our Oscar tallies, I always lose. Horribly. I am notoriously bad at it, because I still vote for what I think honestly should have won, and not the one that's going to win because politics.
Yeah.
Not the one that's going to win because the Academy already decided, like, look, we've passed on Meryl Streep for the past 8 years in a row. Just give her the fucking award.
Even though Iron Lady gets shit reviews, it's like, well, fine, we'll give her the Oscar. Maybe I should try that this year, just, like, voting with my heart.
You'll finish with, like, 4 wins, and only because they were flukes, or just because, like, it's like you'll see something like, well, yeah, of course fucking 12 Years a Slave is gonna win. It's an amazing movie.
An amazing movie about slavery, it's gonna win.
But then sometimes you end up with, like, it's like, wow, did not call Dame Judi Dench winning that one. It's like, for her 5-minute scene.
Shakespeare in Love, yeah.
It's like, so that's why you need to be a supporting actress now. I would have thought that was just a featured actress role.
Right. Like that time when, I can't remember if it was the Emmys or Golden Globes, but when Ellen Burstyn was nominated for some part in a TV movie where she was literally only in it for like 3 seconds and had one line, but they saw, like, oh, Ellen Burstyn's in this, clearly she must have a big role, so clearly not having seen the movie, they nominated her for it.
It's like, that's gotta be awkward to explain.
Well, what's coming up? I don't know, honestly. Actually, I think we're probably set for about a week and a half in terms of movies. I think they really just got dumped this weekend. I don't fucking know what's coming on next weekend.
I know that we are awfully fucking close to the bye-bye, man.
Well, January's right around the corner.
And I saw in this one we got today, it's and I assume that they're doing this so they can try to boost the ticket sales for it, but it's coming out on a Friday the 13th.
Yeah, gotta get the horror movie out there on Friday the 13th. Too bad it's the bye-bye, man.
Too bad it's January.
Calling it now.
Whether it's the fact that it's January, gonna fail. Watch the trailer, gonna fail. Hear the name of the movie, gonna fail.
Look at the poster. Anything about this fucking movie.
I am so ready at this point.
Me too.
For us to go in there and just be blown away like that was
yeah.
the most creative thing I've seen in
this
years.
is like move over, Babadook.
Jesus Christ, like Babadook, It Follows,
Like Don't
The
Breathe
Witch,
and Witch.
and then the Bye-Bye Man.
Shit. Wow, color me surprised. You have a new friend in me, January.
So I'm waiting for that, but I'm not hopeful.
We'll be there regardless.
Oh yeah, we'll still
see it on Thursday night when it comes out.
On Thursday the 12th. The spookiest night of the year.
It's way better than Saturday the 14th. See it.